this part of the video, I'd like to talk briefly about the key features, methodology, language teaching approach, and the components of Wider World. Let's look at some key features of the course first. Wider World is a 5-level lower secondary course produced in cooperation with the BBC and aligned to the global scale of English. Let's see how Wider World leveling is in terms of the GCSE, CFR, and exam preparation. Please have a look at the table here. It is important to know from where you will take your students and where to reach. See the level you will be using and the GCSE, CFR, and exam preparation alignment. As we have talked about the leveling, we may dive into more features of Wider World. Its flexible configuration allows the teacher to teach off the page while giving the students the sense of ownership of their own learning. This is because it provides learners not just with the ability to communicate well in English and to pass exams at a good level, but also with the skills and confidence to participate as educated citizens in the global community of the 21st century, with all its unique challenges and opportunities. What about the underlying methodology of this course? Wider World is the portal to a wider world of English language knowledge and resources, specially designed for teenage learners. Teenagers can present a special challenge for teachers and parents. They are transitioning from children to adults at the same time as they are dealing with the competitive pressure of exams. They are coping with the parental expectations as well as the distractions of social media and the digital age. This is a time when they need security and support as well as encouragement and inspiration. Bearing all this in mind, we designed the course to be authentic, interactive, and reliable. It is authentic because language is presented through relevant and intriguing real-life content from the humorous situations in the drama videos, through the real people interviewed for the Vox Pop videos, to the clips taken from actual BBC programs to create the BBC Culture videos. Moving to a much more personalized and adaptive approach, Wider World doesn't just provide static content, but also multiple opportunities to investigate and interact with the content through productive activities and projects. By interacting with the content, rather than merely practicing the target language, students acquire the language at a deeper cognitive level. English becomes the tool through which they access a wider world of knowledge, skills, and experience rather than just another subject on the curriculum. We can hear teachers saying, "It's all very well to be inspired and have fun, but our students need to pass the exams." Well, passing the exams with a good score is the key learning outcome of Wider World. The rigorous syllabus built around the global scale of English provides the right language at the right level with the right amount of practice and the right sort of assessment along the way to bring students up to the level required to pass their end-of-school exams, which makes the course reliable. Having talked about some features and the methodology of Wider World, let's look at how other components of learning and teaching are embedded in the course. Assessment for learning, for instance. With the GCSE as the solid framework for syllabus design and assessment, Wider World offers a uniquely sound and comprehensive assessment for learning package. Any test can be used either as assessment of learning or assessment for learning. Assessment of learning usually takes place after the learning has happened and provides information about what the student is achieving by giving a mark or grade. You can also use tests as assessment for learning by providing specific feedback on students' strengths and weaknesses, and suggestions for improvement as part of the continual learning process. Can-do statements at the beginning of every lesson and self-assessment pages in the workbook also offer assessment for learning opportunities. My English Lab, on the other hand, is a perfect tool and example of assessment for learning with its great reporting system. What about the 21st century skills in wider world? Today's learners require materials that will expose them to ideas and wider perspectives, materials that create cultural awareness, materials that will inspire. Wider World provides students not just with English language skills, grammar and vocabulary, but also the more holistic skills they will need to become educated citizens of the global community. As in any good language teaching methodology, the skills of communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity are central guiding principles and are peppered through the activities in Wider World, which are listed in the unit summary boxes in the teaching notes with examples where they occur in the lessons. In addition to these skills, cultural awareness, autonomy, and digital literacy are the other 21st century skills that are developed. In an increasingly globalized world, it is important that students gain an understanding of different cultures through the medium of English. This is done in two ways in Wider World. Firstly, in the BBC Culture pages, which provide students with a wider perspective of cultural aspects linked to the unit topics, and secondly, via the English-speaking world culture pages at the back of the student's book, which allow them to compare aspects of English-speaking world culture with their own. The BBC Vox Pop videos feature people interviewed on the streets of London and expose students to a wide variety of native and foreign accents. As for the autonomy and personal initiative, students are encouraged to explore and then explore more via the intriguing content of the BBC Culture pages. In the You Explore sections, they are given opportunities to choose and create their own projects so that they connect personally with the topic, often using the internet with their own mobile devices. A similar strategy is applied in the mini projects in CLIL pages at the back of the book. Students are prompted to reflect on and take responsibility for their own progress through the regular self-assessment sections in the student's book and workbook. The content as well as the means of delivery of the Wider World course are rooted in today's digital environment and reflect the way today's teenagers already manage their lives. The topics cover up-to-date technology and media, while the projects suggested in the BBC Culture and CLIL pages encourage the use of digital tools to create their own projects, whether presentations, reports or reviews, or even mini videos of their own. They will use the digital components of the course, such as My English Lab for homework, and watch the videos, download from the internet. As well as its unique methodology, Wider World offers a rich pack of components. For students, the student's book includes 9 units per level and there are 12 pages per unit, which we will see in detail in the next part of the video. There is 1 lesson per page, 1 skill focus per lesson. At the back of the book, 5 extra CLIL lessons, 2 extra culture lessons, exam time and grammar time sections are included. As for the workbook, there is an exact correlation with the student's book and it offers additional grammar, vocabulary and skills practice. Moreover, it provides self-assessment opportunities for learners. Another student component of the course is My English Lab, which is an online learning management system offering grammar animations, interactive speaking videos, individual gradebooks, and a rich assessment package with online tests that can be hidden and released by the teacher. The exam practice books are a series of books which provide additional intensive practice and support for important international exams, including Pearson Test of English General A1, Level 1 and Level 2, as well as Cambridge English Key for Schools and Preliminary for Schools. There are 2 practice tests in each book and 1 exam per book. Relevant exam guidance, tips, and strategies are also provided in these practice books. For teachers, the teacher's book is very practical to use since it is interleaved with the student's book pages. There are unit-by-unit teaching notes with audio scripts and answer keys. For each level of Wider World, there is a GCSE teacher mapping booklet which gives you the GCSE and CFR objective for each task covered in the student's book and on which page you can find it. This booklet can be downloaded on Wider World's website. Teacher's DVD-ROM is given with the teacher's book and provides all the class audios, workbook and exam practice books audios in MP3 with audio scripts. All students' book videos with subtitles which can be switched on and off. Teachers' resources including instructions and answer keys. The teacher's resource book includes the same resources as on the DVD-ROM attached to the teacher's book or My English Lab. There are 120 pages of photocopiable materials for each level. Active Teach component is the offline in-class teaching tool with lots of functionalities that we will explore more about in part 4 of this video series. If you are willing to learn more about Wider World, please keep watching the next part, which will give a deeper understanding of how to teach with Wider World.